So when you are trying to fit into this regulation, you should ask yourself, should I meet just one, or should I meet all of them to be able to qualify as a private offer? And the reason why we asked the regulator that, we said that if you look at E, it talks about a private company, right? Then if you go to H, it talks about a listed company. So when we read this, we said it is not possible for one to meet everything, because if the regulation wanted you to meet everything, you cannot be at once a private and a public and a listed company. However, because the regulator is the custodian of these regulations, we wrote to CMA, and I'll share the letter with you. That is February 17th, 2016. And we asked the authority, can you help us interpret this regulation 21? Because you are right. You are saying the first one talks about less than 100 person, but there are 9 of them. So do you meet any, do you meet all, or do you meet some? So we wrote to them, and I will send you a copy of this. And it says, in the view of the authority, for an offering to meet the definition of a private offer, does the offer need to meet all, some, or any? This is now a player asking the authority what to do. And then we go further and say, we want an audience with the authority for us to explain our private markets business, so that you may advise whether the offerings we are conducting comply with the private offers regulation. So before we interpret the April 14th, I will send you the February 17th letter, which then they responded to. So we asked them to help us interpret. So now we can go to the April 14th, where on paragraph 1, or number 1, they say, on the conditions necessary to determine if an offer is a private offer, Regulation 21 of the Capital Markets, Securities, Public Offers, Listing and Disclosures Regulations provides for instances when an offer is considered a private offer. As you have observed, an offer will be considered a private offer if it meets any. And if you underline any, then it means as long as you meet any of the 9, A through I, then it has met the threshold. So we asked them to guide us, and here is the guidance that they gave us.
We receive a lot of requests for guidances by many potential issuers. Sometimes some want to issue shares, some want to issue bonds, some want to do private placements, or what we call private offers. And therefore, they seek to understand what is the position as it sits in the law. And this we do every day. Once we receive this request, we will clarify certain things. And when you look at the document that is being shared, what we were doing basically is to say you have this plate from which you can choose if you wanted to do anything within capital markets. I don't know if you see any approval anywhere, but I can tell you from this company, we've received such many requests, and normally it will be just a guidance that this is what is available, this is what you can do. It's not approval to go and do exactly or raise money. And I think as they speak about private offer, I think there is a very clear process of how you raise money through a private offer, which is in law. And certain expectations are also there very clearly on what you need to do as an issuer if you went the private offer way.